Hello. Today we're talking mental health or mental wellness, and with this, it means you get the mental, the emotional, and the metaphysical, um, of course. And I'm also going to touch on the physical as well, because it's sort of all interlinked, right? I'm talking to you in particular because you have the yoga collection, and we're working together in terms of mental support using essential oils. Uh, and this is part one of three because there's three blends in the yoga collection. However, I chose this one today because it also includes another herb which is really well known and used a lot to help with digestive upsets. And we know that there is a link between the gut and the brain and the mind, the vagus nerve, all of those things, and the way that we feel about ourselves, what might be presenting for us in terms of our mental health, and some of the ways that we can navigate through that, and some of the ways that you can navigate through that with this particular blend. So, the Align blend is the centering blend in that collection. It includes coriander, which is the herb that I'm going to talk about as well, bergamot, oil of self-acceptance, marjoram, peppermint, jasmine, and rose. Now, peppermint is also fantastic for our digestive system. Interestingly enough, marjoram, another great herb that can be really, really good. Culinary uses of these sort of herbs have been, so old, thousands of years old, but they work really well on the digestive system. And most people know that when they feel better in their stomach, they feel better in their mind. But yeah, now science has caught up with it, right? So you'll be able to find plenty of information. If you want to Google things or you want to look them up for yourself, please use Google Scholar. So to find that, just go to your search engine and type in Google and then the word scholar, Scholar. And then if you type in there whatever it is that you're looking for, you will be able to find research papers, books, peer-reviewed information, that you can go and read if you want to go further down that track. One of the ones that I pulled up today was the gut-brain axis and its role in depression, because I was really interested in how they are starting to work with that. So this was a study that was done in 2020, so it's relatively new, but there's older research than this. So I tend to trust the older research more, which is funny, but some of the newer stuff, they're getting there. They're getting there. They're talking about the gut microbiota in human connections and communications to the central nervous system through the gut-brain axis. And this communication functions in a bidirectional manner. So it's the up and the down. And then they err on to the topic of the vagus nerve. Yogis have known for quite a while how to settle and calm the body. And a lot of it is to do with our digestive system and the way that you eat, when you eat, all of that sort of stuff. Back to the yoga collection, Align. So how will you use the Align blend? The Align blend being the centering blend, I find is best used in terms of meditation practice. Now, meditation doesn't mean that you need to be quiet. I have to laugh at some of the tools that are being promoted to people now. The latest one, I thought you'd want to not have epilepsy if you're going to use it anyway, but it's this screen that's in front of people's faces, and they're basically saying that it takes them to a trance state or whatever, but it's flickering lights in your eyes, and you've got your eyes closed and it's just flashing, continuously flashing. I'm not 100% sure where they're going with this. However, technology, let's see what happens. But I would still recommend that you try and work on your meditation practice yourself. Now, meditation can be walking out in nature. It can be observing a busy mind. It can be sitting still if you're someone that can sit still. It can be painting. It can be drawing. Whatever it is for you that brings you into that present moment, that's your meditative practice. The way that you can use the Align blend is to assist you with that. How would you do that? You put just a drop onto the palm of your hand, rub your hands together and inhale the aroma. The other way that you can use that then is to place it over your heart center, over your heart chakra, heart energy center, okay, or in your belly button. And the belly button is an amazing portal into the body, right? It connects us to so much. Let's not go there. So the Align blend, you can substitute it if you don't have it, and copaiba is one of the essential oils that you can substitute it with. That is amazing for the digestive system and the mind as well. However, we're talking the Align blend today. So it helps with being scattered and overwhelmed. How does it do that? Especially inhalation will just draw you into the present. Why? Because when you inhale an essential oil, and especially when they are good quality essential oils, preferably therapeutic grade or for medicinal purposes or food grade, ones that have gone down the track of aligning themselves with their requirement to provide testing and rigorous testing and things like that, they're the ones that I tend to use for aromatherapy purposes. But if you think about it, when you inhale a really good quality essential oil, it comes from the plant. Your body recognizes it as a carbon material, as matter that matches our matter, and it will allow that to cross the blood-brain barrier. Then what it does is it's going straight into your limbic system, and we know that that part of the brain works on how we feel, our moods, our mental and emotional health. And this will work alongside medication that you have, okay? It will enhance the benefits that you are experiencing, especially when you are utilizing the medications for mental wellness, okay? You can talk to your practitioner, your psychiatrist, and let them know that you're using this, and if they've got questions, by all means. But there is a lot of data and research out there now that shows the support. The two can work together, okay? So aromatically is probably the best way to use this one, but remembering you can put it into the belly button and it will just center and align you as well. And because it's got the herbs in it that are working on your digestive system, can help with that too. It will help you to be single-minded, tranquil and focused. So I probably need a bit of this. Helps you with meditation. We've talked about that. So inhalation. You can also put a drop in your diffuser and allow that to diffuse while you're sitting doing your meditation. But if you're walking, use it, okay? Put it on your hands or get a little bracelet or a pendant and smell it. It will help you with your energy. Again, you can use that topically. So I know that basil is really good for energy as well because it works on the adrenals, but coriander, because it's helping your body to digest, to eliminate waste. Coriander, as in the leaf form, which is cilantro, is actually very prominent in the heavy metal detox smoothie. But today we're talking coriander as in the seed. And the other thing to know is that whilst there's a large percentage of the population that really doesn't like, I call it coriander in Australia, but for the majority of the world it's called cilantro, which is the leaf. They don't like the leaf, the dirty leaf, the soapy leaf. There's a lot of research around that now that has actually identified that it is a genetic thing. It's a gene thing that you may not really like cilantro at all. Some of us can tolerate it, some just nuts straight outright, and then a large percentage of the population love it, right? That is cilantro. This blend has coriander in it. So the coriander from the seed, totally different chemical constituents. It's an amazing plant because it has leaf, seed and flower and stems. All of that can be used. But the seed is a totally different smell again because it's got that different chemical constituent. So I can use it and not have an issue with it. But coriander on a metaphysical level will pull you into integrity. It's going to pull you into alignment. It's going to help you to steer your ship in the direction that you are meant to be following, okay? Helps if you've got imbalanced moods. They say imbalanced. And apparently it's good for perfume. Now, when you are doing your inhalation, your meditative practice, you can sit with your oil, and best to smell 3 to 4 times. So nice. Then a second smell. You'll notice different notes, different scents when you do that too, and you allow that to go. And then in your third inhalation, you want to hold your inhalation in. and then calmly let it out. Then if you need the fourth one, you can. Now there's an affirmation that you can use with this. I know, accept, and am true to myself. I told you today was weird. Yeah, I know, accept, and am true to myself. So use that when you are using your Align blend to assist you with the process. Now let's talk about coriander, shall we? So I've talked to you about how to use Align in terms of the meditative aspect. You can use it with yoga as well. It's a centering blend. Is definitely more so for that initial intention setting when you're going to do your meditation or your yoga practice, and then it's also there for the centering and alignment when you're in those poses where you require to come into yourself and be quite centered. So there's a couple of you that have got this kit. Some of you I know are yogis and quite good at that, and then some of you I know probably don't practice much yoga at all. You may want to consider different poses with yoga and start to have a look, because some of them will help to settle that vagus nerve. There's a lot of information around that as well. Some of the poses will be easy and some are difficult, so just go with your level of experience, but you want to have a look for calming poses, okay? Happy baby, that sort of stuff. Now, on to coriander. Coriander, fantastic for digestion. Now, coriander, the herb, when you're using the herb in your cooking, most people may actually use the seed. It is in a lot of dukkahs. It's also in a lot of blends, a lot of Eastern cooking. Not the leaf, I'm talking about the seed. So they will grind up the seed and you use it in your curries, in your dals, that sort of stuff. The leaf tends to be a little bit more in Thai cooking, but this is the seed. Interestingly enough, doterra obtained coriander seed from Russia, so I always find that quite interesting. Again, anti-inflammatory, digestive stimulant, antibacterial. Now you want to have a think about sometimes there's bugs in your gut, and I mean like parasites and stuff like that, or there's things further down which are bacterial based and they're causing the imbalance in your brain. So it's just good to know that you can utilize a natural alternative to help move your body into the state of homeostasis, which is back to balance. So coriander is used for nausea, colic, diarrhea, and food poisoning. If you have any of those experiences, best to apply in your belly button or put it in a capsule. Make sure it's food grade essential oil. Neuropathy. So I've had a few people coming in with that issue, especially on the feet, neuropathy. You apply it to the bottom of your feet for that one. Can help you in terms of a loss of appetite. It's great in terms of body odor. So body odor is an indication that there's something going on inside you, because sweating and excess or excretion happens through the pores in our skin as well, and we've got pores underneath our armpits, and then of course if you've got hair underneath your armpits, they're going to capture all of that sort of stuff, and the sweat and the smell, and you know what I'm talking about, okay? So coriander can help with that as well. You can use it diluted underneath the armpits, or you can pop it into a capsule and take it internally. Why would you do that? You want to be working on detoxification of the system. So I would have a look at the heavy metal smoothie by a medical medium. It's really good, and it's got cilantro leaf in it. But I would also then start to look at incorporating different spices in your cooking, like coriander seed, and just grind it up and put it in. Or if you can handle the dirty leaf, put some in your salads. The other thing that it's fantastic for is nervous exhaustion and your energy. So that centering blend will assist you with that energy side of things, just with the exhaustion. It's not going to make you high, but it's going to provide you with a steady supply. Maybe think of it that way. Like, it just helps you to feel a bit more alive. I guess that's why they say, you've got that apathy for life. You're just done. This one's going to help pull you back into that. Again, remember, pulling you back into integrity, back into alignment. It's recentering you. So really, really good for that. It will help you if you feel irritated and fearful. And it also helps with a few other things, so which we probably don't need to go into. But that's the coriander side of it, right? So just want to check. Coriander also helps with cartilage, and like all the herbs, okay, they help with the muscles, the soft tissue in the body, and that's a good thing as well. So just let me check one more thing on. We've chatted about align. Align facilitates the emergence of love, openness, and trust. It encourages individuals to live congruently and offer true generosity to others. This blend invites individuals to refrain from projecting onto others inaccurate or unkind motives, and instead allows for a reflection of goodness to manifest in those with whom they come in contact. It can be difficult to choose this higher path when one has been repeatedly let down by the choice of others. However, this blend teaches that fearlessly choosing to stay open is the only way to stay in alignment. Big oil to be working with, however, fantastic. So when you are using it in regards to the mental wellness journey, the mental wealth, you're digging into the wells of your mind, your emotions, just remember that it's going to take a little bit of time and regular practice. Yeah, coriander is integrity. I just wanted to check that. Inhalation over the heart chakra and then also into the belly button, and then of course you can use it on the soles of your feet if you want to. Often the mind's perspective of the right way is too limited when seen from only one perspective. Coriander reminds individuals that there is more than one way to do something, and that fitting in often requires betraying the true self. So I really hope that you're starting to get used to the smell of your oils that you got. Inhalation is definitely the way that you want to be using it. And with your align or your centering blend from the yoga collection, begin by just opening the bottle, taking a smell, starting to use it in your daily routine and practice, using it as part of your conscious walking on the earth, your conscious meditation practice, your conscious yoga practice. When you're cooking, it's just going to help bring you back into your body. It's going to help connect the brain and the gut, and it will just take a little bit of time. Now, it does work with the other two oils that are in your yoga collection pack, and I'll do videos on those for you as well and send them to you in an email, and they're on this channel. So I hope that you're feeling good and that the lemon that you have is starting to chip away at some shit that needs to be let go of. You've also got Litsea, and we might chat about that one as well in the next few days. And I actually think I've already done a video on Litsea. But yeah, so much to talk about, so much to share. Anyway, big love. Keep going, and if you've got any questions, ask me. Message me, email me, text me, just ask, okay? And I will do my best to get back to you. Yeah, and just keep going. Well done. All right, see ya.